Good morning, guys, and welcome to iPunt Smart. Just going to do a quick run through today. It's not going to be of Turpentine, it's going to be of Kenilworth. Since I'm also off to the races, it'll just be a quick one. So we start off in the first with the Work Riders Maiden Plate, and yeah, Casino Ace seems to be the one to beat. And others to consider here, always free, as we can see on this back curve that has 6 lengths on the field and has been gelded. Mr. Fenny on board now. Was a yielding run. He could be anything coming from that, returning from that long rest. How long has it been? Since the 26th of April. So he can also be in there. Then winning captain Andre Stein and Farmer 16-1, only runner for them for the day. Captain Cool with Paul Reeves and Richardson. Snow Cloud for Reeves and Austin. Red Skyline for Candace and Nkunzi at 50-1 is maybe not that bad. Then Escarpment, Pitbueta, Mbambiso, and Newton Heath, Stein and Kwaba. Those are the top 8 rated, but Work Riders, anything can happen. I consider things like Riverstone here, change of stable, gelded, but come cold off a rest, first run back from a rest. Don't quite know that. Jockey Makalele, but yeah, he doesn't have any record either. Gareth van Zyl got 10% winners for the season so far. So Riverstone, number 1 box, another one maybe to consider. But yeah, Casino Ace and Always Free for me, my 2 main contenders there with the Work Riders. Next race here, Richard Fourie on Sahara Cat, looks pretty decent. He's our top rated here. He's got about a 3-length advantage on the bat figures and 0.0 on the bumroll figures. Judging if Justin Smith wins the first, then obviously Blown in the Wind, second rated, could be the double for Justin and for Grant van Niekerk. Third rated, Whistle the Wind. So pretty much as the betting suggests, with Bubblicious, the first timer, coming in at 4-1. He's a VAR, Fort Wood, 600,000 purchase. Elder Dormar has got a 25% win and another 43 place for Candace. So could be anything as a VAR, running 1,000. So those are the main 4: Sahara, Blown in the Wind, Whistle, The Tune, and Bubblicious. Moving on to the third, and Richard Fourie could potentially be on a Vaughan Marshall double, Lion Rampart in the third. Not a lot of gap. Cola Tonic, the next one, Gareth van Zyl and Matsunyani, but Richard rides for Gareth later in the last 2 races. So he probably had a choice there, so I'm going with Lion Rampart here. And then third rated Spare at 20-1, because it's the only other horse in the race that has had a run. And then Justin Snaith and Grant van Niekerk on the Roman Agent here in 4th rated, which is R1 million purchase versus Gettrix and Goldkeeper. And then Janssen van Vuuren's only runner for the day, Master Casper. Can't be too bad with Craig Zaki. Craig Zaki, you'll note in the notes down at the bottom, is probably my favorite jockey when it comes to first timers. So keep that in mind. Janssen van Vuuren's also got Bjorn Ironside with Janssen van Vuuren and Doormeyer in this race. So that's his only entries, his only options. So yeah, those are my top 6, or iPunt Smart's top 6. Lion Rampart, Cola Tonic from the raced runners, and then from the unraced runners you have got Roman Agent, Master Casper, and Bjorn Ironside. Moving on to the 4th race here, Justin Snaith with Underworld is the top rated here. Seeking the One, Brett Crawford and Machignani at 7-1 second rated. Vaughan Marshall and Fight Herb, Silver Operator, 3rd rated. Then Speed Machine again, Justin Snaith, McCourtois, 4th rated. Captain Fontaine, Marshall and Fourie, 5th rated. It seems his stablemate Silver Operator has much better bumroll and bat figures here. But yeah, Richard does have a very much big flashing red here for Vaughan Marshall, 15% wins, 53% places. And Fight Herb has got 13% win, 36% places. So, yeah, at the 8-1. It's Raining William is the 6th one with Justin Snaith and Grant van Niekerk, and then another Justin Snaith, Tuta Fart in 7th, and another Justin Snaith, the future is bright in 8th. So Justin Snaith has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 runners in a 9-horse field. I guess that's Justin Snaith as the winner in this race. So Underworld is my first choice here with the low 52 kilos on his back, and Muzi Yeni riding for the championship. Seeking the 1 second-rated silver operator, Speed Machine, Captain Fontaine. It's Raining William, Tutafay, and the future is not so bright for RSA horse racing. Race 5, here the Justin Snaith double. That is if they don't get their public back, their ATM back, I call it. Race 5, Getting Pressed is my top rated. Lindenberg, second rated, Brett Crawford, Mokotwa from a stable change with best adjusted time, best speed rating, best bat 42, best line bat horse. As you can see, all these things here, percentage wise, 54 probability stats, highest one. Looks like about a 27 though. There's a 33 here down by the river, 33% on total points, and 25 on form, and 23 on exotic ranking. So yeah, definitely one for your pick 6 to include 16-1 Muscat's only runner with Fight Herb on board, third run after a rest. Looks pretty decent as well to choose if I had another selection in my fantasy, but I only have 15, so when it's 10 race field, then 15 is a little bit low. But yeah, do play fantasy for daily challenges. You can either play it here if you're a member. If you're not a member, then you just click on that button. You don't have to be a member to play our fantasy challenge, and there's prizes for everyone. Well, that's if we actually have people playing. Race 6. The top rated here is split between Gold Poker Game, which is a 41% on opening betting, and Sarki, which is a 31% on greenie points, 29% on BAM 42, 32 on BAM 84, 29 on BAM 168, and 26 on BAT 42 and BAT 168. So yeah, Gold Poker Game and Sarki for me. Love is a Rose, Greg Indian's only runner is next with Fight Herbs Flames going very well here, 100% win and place ratio. And then 4th rated Enemy Territory, which is the first on the BAT curve here. And I'll maybe just show you quickly how that works as far as fantasy. Maybe I'll just move Enemy Territory because it's only a 9% here BAT curve and a 9% on median speed. Maybe I'll move Enemy Territory out in this, remove this selection here, and I'll maybe just take something like yeah, I spoke about Mr. Muscat in the previous with his strong chance, so I'll just add Down by the River as my, and that's how easy it is, and it gives you the woof factor or the win odds edge factor of our probability stats and our cost versus the field. You'll see it's got a woof percentage of its positive 17%, so it's a good decision to make. Race 6, we just spoke about it. Gold Poker Game, Sarki, Love is a Rose, Enemy Territory, Happy Chance with Richard Fourie, Silver Links with Grant van Niekerk, and Hold My Hand 7th, Virginia Sweets 8th. But yeah, maybe if you want to go short on a race, then this is maybe potentially the one with just Gold Poker Game, Love is a Rose, Sarki, and Enemy Territory for your pick 6s. We do pick 6s daily. We'll do all the exotics daily, the editor's one as well as the computer generated one. So there's the one computer generated one, here's another algorithm computer generated one, and then in your editor's notes you'll find the editor's ones as well. And if you don't know what's all these things, you just simply click on the tutorials here. This button will give you a tutorial of what you're looking at. Just press play. And if you don't like that, then you can read what everything means with the ratings explained button here to get an idea of everything. It'll take a couple of days and then you'll be running around by yourself making good decisions. I can show you our WhatsApp group. It's going really well. I was making some decent money on the WhatsApp group as well. Yeah, a couple of, just quickly maybe going through a couple. You can just share here. It's a free set. So yeah, there's a 50 rand that turned into a 300 rand. There's a 50 rand that turned into a 425. There's a 50 that turned into a 743. There's a 20 that turned into a 90. There's a 10 that turned into 113. There's a 50 into a 278, and another 200 turned into a 1250. And there's a 5 rand that turned into 152 rand, and so forth and so forth. There's a 12 rand that turned into a 725 rand, our SPA, Small Punters Association. And there's a lovely 3,335 yesterday on our best bet. Yeah, and so forth and so forth and so forth. So yeah, you can just join using the link. Maybe I'll just quickly invite to group via link here, so you can see what the link is, and I'll put it down at the bottom of the video as well. Okay, now move on. So value bet wise, maybe the 7th is a decent one. Gareth van Sale and Jason Gates. Change of gear, blinkers now to pacifiers. Justin Snaith's got the 2 favourites here, but they weak favourites at 6-1, but 41% on the favourites, 31% on Money Heist, 29% on Money Heist on overall ranking, 31 on Greenie points, 18 on statistical form, 29 on 42 days bomb roll, 17 on line bat horse. Quite a few things going for it. So Money Heist has to include your pick 6. Also Ponte Pietra is 2nd rated. Justin Snaith, Richard Fareed, Rock Pool 3rd rated. Sashdev, Snaith, Makotwa in this case has quite a few things going here as well. Exotic ranking, adjusted time, speed rating, exact distance, form, intentions to use the form, something that really looks well at a 12-1, but bad draw. That's why it's black. 15 draw, tough to handle. It's older than the field average. That's what that little button means. So you'll see it. I know all these things because I've been busy building this for 30 years. Gem King, Sensei Unico, so that's the top 8. Money Heist, Ponte Pietra, Rockpool, Sashdev, Sugar Mountain, Waterbury Lake, which Ricky Maynard looks like he means business with his 3 runners. You can see on the back curve here, Ricky Maynard's got 12 lengths on curve, consistency with Money Heist, and then another 16 further to Ponte Pietra. So if you're playing PAs, then you don't need more than Money Heist, Waterbury Lake, Ponte Pietra and Rock Pool for your PA and your bipod. And if you want to take a chance, you might just get away with that in your pick 6 as well. But I would personally add something like Sashdev with all these things happening here. And I'll maybe also add something like favorites, Triple Time Future Swing and Gem King, that does have some intentions here on Greenie points. And the 42-day bat figure is interesting, 11 lengths better than the field, but it's in red, so it means the distance category is not the same. What that means is if it can do this distance, then it will be seriously contended, because it did run it on the 20th of May, didn't do so well, was 7th, not too bad, 33 on the bat curve, where the best is at 26, only five away from Rockpool on that bat curve run. It's actually on the same day as well. Rockpool was 3rd at 15-10, carrying 55. He's 2.5 up, and Gem King is 3.5 down. So yeah, I'd say Gem King has a strong hand here at 33-1. If you just take that 1800 in the LEST, whatever that means. But Gem King was 7th. Was backed in from 10 into 8-1, so there's some intentions that he did actually last the 1800, or he was supposed to. Rockpool was 3rd and also backed into 15-10, but there's a huge different swing in the weight today, where Rockpool is 2.5 worse off and Gem King is 3.5 better off, so that's a 6k swing for Gem King in their favour of Gem King. 6 kilogram over 1800 is a lovely swing, hence why we see on that day Gem King was less than 2 lengths behind Rockpool, but with the 6 kilogram swing, you'll find that Gem King must definitely also be in the contention here today. You'll see on that his bomb roll figure of a 4.96 is actually a half a length better than Rockpool's of minus 4.4, and his bat figure, given the change in the weights as well as the change in the draws of 5 to 3 here, and Rockpool was a 9 and is now a really good 4, so based on that as well, they're very together, 33.1 on the 33.02, so they should be finishing very close together. The difference is the one is at 33 to 1 and the other one's at 7 to 1, so even a top 6 on Gem King will still get you a great return. But yeah, all that being equal, the top rated is Money Heist, and Money Heist is decent if you ran on the 1800 Turfontein, which is 9 meters uphill, for a bat figure of 26.65, which is 7 lengths better than the bat figure on 1800 Kenilworth, 33.1. So there's some real decent reason why Money Heist is not bad. Change of gear, change of scenery, now running on the long straight Kenilworth course, and he is a 33% chance to win and 33% chance to place for Gates and Van Sale, as well as an informed trainer, Brunson's last win, just one. So yeah, Money Heist is your value for us today at 16 to 1, pretty decent. Moving on, because I need to go and get ready and go to the racing. Race 8 here, we have another bat curve one on Jerusalem Rain. Yeah, that looks pretty decent, 25 to 1. That's bat 42, bat 84, but in red, so not on today's 1600 meter, different category, different distance, but yeah, it's done that distance previously, and it actually did it very well. 1400, it was the most it went, and it actually did it very well, a minus 8.8 line bat. So yeah, Jerusalem Rain is one to include in the big Cape Guinness race, but the top rated is all of a sudden Tail of the Comet to actually last the 1600 after in the Selangor he didn't do it at all, being beaten very terribly by Shlushlue, beaten terribly for a 6 to 10 shot. That is 2.75 lengths behind the winner, which was Shlushlue, and they're on equal similar weights, the same weights, and Shlushlue was drifted from 8 into 14 on that day. Way more expected from Tail of the Comet on the day, but Tail of the Comet didn't have the price that they liked, where they do have the price that they like today at 4 to 1, because since that run, Shlushlue is now the favorite. Big swing from 14 to 1 into the favorite, and from 6 to 10 into 4 to 1. So yeah, it brings in some questioning as well, third-rated questioning. Vaughan Marshall and Bernard Fired Herb. So that's Tail of the Comet to take on Shlushlue, and all of a sudden lasting the distance today for Richard Fourie and Sean Terry. Better price. Isn't it Sean Terry racing? Yeah, Sean Terry racing. All starting to make sense now. Shlushlue, Tail of the Comet, questioning, Snow Pilot, question everything, believe nothing, South African racing. And then also, if you look at green bats, then Zil Morris is one to consider, because Zil Morris is second here, 4 lengths behind Jerusalem Rain, but we just said Jerusalem is in red, outside the distance category. So it's Zil Morris at 20 to 1, not a bad little proposition either. So if I had to play the pick 6, which I very rarely play, because I play for $50 and see if I can win it for $50 full. But anyway, if I did, then I'd go Tail of the Comet, Shlushlue, Jerusalem Rain, and Zil Morris, and questioning. Those 5 probably would be my 5 to include in this race. Anyway, moving on to that is also the reconciliation race. Reconciliation race being, it's the second last leg of jackpot. It's in both jackpots. It's jackpot 1 and jackpot 2, and then it's second last of the pick 6, and it's also in if there's 10 races like this, then it's also in the last jackpot as well. So a nice reconciliation for the tickets race, always the second last race of the Pick Six. Moving on, we have the ninth race, and Brett Crawford after Shishlue, he's also got top 2 rated horses, Great Cat and To Beaten Voyage. Now, To Beaten Voyage is the interesting one because at 12-1 he's actually the better bat curve one, 26% to win, 23 on bum 42. And Great Cat is the second one. So those two are then a nice 6 lengths ahead of Rani of Janzi. And then there's another 8 lengths down to Double Dream. But Double Dream has got a really decent chance as well if you consider that it's a potential double for Vaughan Marshall since there's a green star in the last one. So do include Double Dream. So here my Pick 6, Great Cat, Tibetan Voyage and Double Dream. And maybe also best bat figure here, which is my Golden Corn and Mias Harper, because Dean Canterbury's stable very much coming into form. And Golden Corn. So the top 5, Great Cat, Tibetan Voyage, Mias Harper, Golden Corn, Rani of Johnsy, Double Dream. Interesting that Electric Field's only runner for Crawford and Ricks, that's why it's in red. 40-1, probably won't win, but isn't as far away as what 40-1 would suggest. And then the last, so I can go and get ready for a nice day of pampering. Thank you, Hollywood Bets, for the invitation. Last race, Coastal Commander, as I just said. So with Coastal Commander being the green star 1, that means ranking average, it's more than 1 ahead of the next best on points. And also with the double inclusion for Vaughan Marshall here on Double Dream. That's got a big red star here. So when it returns from a rest, it returns hot. So very much inclusion for everything for me. Adjusted time, it's the best. The probability stats is not good on it. It's only a 7%. But it's Double Dream is at 12-1 and will probably start at 20-1. And I will include him, but my first choice is the Crawford stablemates, Tibetan and Great Cat. As my first 2. And then the Mias Harper, the favourite. Golden Corn, Rani of Johnsy, Electric Fields. Moving on to the lucky last, we just said Coastal Command. I'll just quickly show you what that means with that green star there. The green star means it's more than 1 ahead of the rest of the field. So that's a 3.3 Coastal Commander, followed by what I also like, Brett Crawford, the Mokotwa Blizzard, just purely because it's Brett Crawford's double chance again after his 8. He's finishing quick, goes finishing well with race 8, 9, and 10. Axel, Andre Nel, all Andre Nel's runners today must be considered. I'll always be worried with Candice and Amorne Villar or Alan Andrews in the last race. They seem to come off with the lesser jockey very often in the last race. That's what the stats suggest. So don't be surprised if Lunch Money runs away of Open Highway. So Coastal Commander, Open Highway, Lunch Money, Axel, Moya, La Liga, Blizzard. Those are my top 6. And that will be me, just from a last connections perspective. You can see corner offer, Axel here, Nordic Chief, their best bats. Sarki there, also best bat 42. A lot of things going for Andre Nel today. My trainer to watch on the day as very strong. Vaughan Marshall here with Sahara Cat, Vaughan Marshall here with Coastal Commander, Vaughan Marshall here with Lion Rampart, Captain Fontaine, and not as strong as the 2 before that for Richard Fourie. Yeah, Sean Carey with Tail of the Comet. Doesn't look so great for Nebraska though, but Tail of the Comet might just miraculously now stand the distance or like the distance. Justin Snaith has a few nice flashes here. Gareth has a nice one there for Cola Tonic and a decent one there on Money Heist. Dean Canterbury's looking decent. Ponta Pietra, Green with Envy, and Mias Harper as he's 3 for the day. Candace is popping, flashing with Open Highway there, flashing with Gold Poker Game there. Decent on Sugar Mountain, decent on Jerusalem Rain, decent on lunch money. Maybe that's by then past lunch money. Blizzard for Brett Crawford, seeking this, the one for Brett Crawford, Lindeberg, enemy territory. These last two, Great Cat and the Beaten Voyage, very strong, which leads me to believe that one of these two could also be a shock. And of the two, I prefer the Zil Morris one on the 42 days, second on the bat figure. And then the last, I just wanted to show you that Green Star one that I spoke about, Coastal Commander. Was that on race? No, what was it? Was it on the 10th? Yeah. It's actually changed after the scratchings, so it's not as strong anymore. 0.82 ahead of Candace's Open Highway, and then another 0.68 ahead of Axel. So yeah, let's just see if there's anything else pretty decent in ahead. The first one here, obviously, Casino Ace looks pretty strong, but Work Riders, anything goes. Yeah, 0.4 difference between Sahara and Blown in the Wind and Whistle. That's where all these yellow stars are coming from, by the way. Yeah, Lion Rampart, 0.7 to Cola Tonic, and then a gap to Spare. There's a lot of first-timers in that race. Yeah, Underworld with 0.6 to Seeking the One, and another 1.4 to Silver Operator. Yeah, we had, again, the double getting pressed, a Snaith double with the previous, what was it? Underworld. With following by Getting Pressed. So the Snaith double, Gold Poker Game, yeah, and yeah, Sarkia I quite like as well. Moving to the 7th. Money Heist. Not bad for a 16 to 1 Ponte Pietra, not bad for a 12 to 1 Rock Pool, for a 7 to 1. Nice value in this race. Sash Def 12 to 1. Race 8. Tail of a Comet. Questioning, and race 9. Sorry, I have to go. There's someone here at the gate as well. Great Cat, Tibetan Voyage. Mias Harper, and just last one, Coastal Commander, Open Highway, and Axel. Guys, enjoy. Hope you have a great day.